Imagine a book so powerful, so filled with secrets, that it was banned from official scriptures, kept out of reach from most believers for generations. This is the Book of Enoch, one of the most mysterious and controversial texts ever written. You may have never heard of it, and that's no coincidence. Its contents delve into profound issues like the fall of angels, the Nephilim giants, and the secrets God entrusted to only one man. But why hide a book like this? What does it reveal that would be so disturbing? The answer may be unsettling. It touches on prophecies and aspects of the spiritual world that challenge the traditional view of the divine and our own place in creation. This book, with its revelations about the apocalypse and celestial realms, takes readers to a new dimension of understanding. Through generations, only a few have explored these mysteries. For many, the Book of Enoch is a key that unlocks secrets hidden between the lines of the Bible. And what if I told you that this forbidden knowledge could change the way you see the world around you? The Book of Enoch sheds light on biblical mysteries, providing answers to questions long left unanswered. Who are the Nephilim? What is the true role of the fallen angels? What secrets have been passed down from generation to generation? And most importantly, what do these secrets say about our future? There is far more at stake than mere curiosity. Reading this text can help prepare you for what's coming and understand the link between the past and current events. This knowledge isn't just fascinating, it can offer a new perspective on what it means to live under divine plans. And the deeper you dive into these mysteries, the more you feel the urgency to know the truth before it's too late. So if you want to understand why this book was banned and uncover secrets that few know, join me on this journey of discovery. Get ready to explore themes like biblical prophecies, the spiritual battle between good and evil, and the mysteries of the heavenly realms. And to make sure you don't miss anything about this vast and intriguing universe, subscribe to the channel now and follow every detail that might be closer to us than we ever imagined. The Book of Enoch is like a secret door, an entrance to mysteries that go beyond the ordinary stories found in the Bible. This book, banned and relegated to the shadows for centuries, is filled with secrets about the very history of humanity. Imagine this, a text that speaks about fallen angels and the sins they cast upon the earth like seeds of forbidden mysteries. It's something that, if we're honest, sparks immediate fascination. This isn't just any book, it's a source of knowledge long hidden, where questions of faith and curiosity meet. Have you ever thought about how some ancient writings change everything we think we know about life? The Book of Enoch does exactly that, opening new doors to understanding prophecies about Christ and how the spiritual world interacts with ours. The Bible does mention Enoch, but few people venture to learn what he wrote about these divine encounters and the unsettling revelations about the fallen angels. If these mysteries fascinate you, know that you are stepping onto the ground of ancient wisdom, where every line is a key to secrets beyond comprehension. The narrative delves into the figures of the fallen angels, those who didn't fulfill their mission and ended up revealing forbidden knowledge to humans. Imagine, for example, secrets of creation being disclosed to ordinary people. It would be like giving the key to a vault to someone who doesn't yet understand its value. The angels taught things that we, in our daily lives, don't even consider, and the result was catastrophic. The birth of the Nephilim, giants on earth, a creation marked by power and tragedy. This banned book also raises a disturbing question. Why hide a text with so many revelations about heaven and the divine nature? Some theories suggest that the Book of Enoch was deemed dangerous precisely because its content challenged order. Think, for instance, of how it exposes the workings of the heavenly realms, the secrets of a world beyond what the eyes can see. It's a powerful reminder that there is an invisible structure that governs everything we know, and Enoch had access to it. Ultimately, the Book of Enoch presents us with the reality that the mysteries of earth and heaven are not so distinct. The presence of angels, of giants, and the record of the sins of early times are an echo of what remains among us to this day. Thus it becomes a priceless piece for anyone who wants to understand humanity's origins and the role of celestial beings in this web of secrets. For those who want to dive deeper into biblical prophecies and better understand the connection between current events and the warnings left by the Bible, I am offering an exclusive ebook on this topic in the pinned comment below. It's designed precisely to help you prepare for what's to come, but be warned, it's available for a limited time. Enoch was not just another character lost in the pages of history. He was, in fact, one of the greatest teachers and prophets, deeply respected in ancient writings. Throughout his life, Enoch warned of the judgment awaiting humanity, speaking of a future where every action would be judged. In times when teachings came from observation and tradition, his words sounded like thunder for those seeking a deeper connection with the divine. He was a true servant of the throne of God, always seeking a path of righteousness. Imagining Enoch in his role as a prophet is to envision a man who saw beyond the present with unwavering faith in the revelations he received. He knew his messages were not easy to accept, especially when speaking of divine judgment and the need to seek wisdom in the hidden secrets of the kingdom of God. He walked among people with authority that came from the heavens, not imposed, but earned through closeness with the Creator. Those who listened to him felt the weight of his words, for Enoch spoke not only of what he saw, but of what he knew was coming. His teachings about the future judgment were almost like calculated predictions, an anticipation of the apocalypse so often mentioned in biblical prophecies. He aimed to prepare humanity for the great event, emphasizing that the path to salvation lay in faith and knowledge of the sacred writings. Imagine Enoch walking through ancient lands, sharing his wisdom, indicating that each person should seek forbidden knowledge only to understand the truth hidden within the simplicity of faith. In his teachings, he did not point to himself, but to the Creator who would judge all nations. Even among the earliest teachers and sages, Enoch was unique. He was not merely a messenger, but a living example of dedication and reverence. He inspired, motivated, and warned people to reconsider their choices, reminding them of the forbidden book, where secrets about the heavenly realms and the destiny of humanity were recorded. Few men achieved the level of intimacy with the divine that Enoch did. He was so close to God's throne that he became almost a bridge between the human and the celestial, a figure of respect and mystery. For those who wish to delve into the depths of history and hidden secrets, Enoch is more than an inspiration. He is a guide. His example reminds everyone that the path to truth can be difficult and full of questions, but it is also an essential journey to understand the role of fallen angels, the Nephilim, and the mysteries of the Bible that so intrigue spiritual seekers. After all, what he saw and revealed regarding the sacred writings is a legacy for those who, like him, seek the truth, no matter how deeply hidden it may be. The Book of Enoch explores a world where fallen angels cross the boundary between the celestial and the earthly, revealing secrets that should have remained hidden. These beings, once inhabitants of the heavenly realms, descended to earth and brought with them forbidden knowledge, forever altering humanity's destiny. Imagine the impact of someone accessing knowledge of the stars, of creation, and of the secrets of the universe. It was this knowledge that these angels shared with humans, marking them as fallen, deviated from divine grace. Each teaching had a cost, one that would be devastatingly collected. These interactions between fallen angels and humans were not merely innocent exchanges of knowledge, they involved a profound corruption of the natural order. By teaching secrets about astrology, war, and manipulation of the elements, they did not only bring wisdom, but also awakened ambition and power, giving rise to the Nephilim, giants who walked the earth. These beings, born from the mingling of realms, became legends in our history. Each giant was living proof of the angels' transgressions and the disturbing influence of these forbidden secrets. The Nephilim, giants known for their strength and majesty, were more than colossal creatures. They represented the direct impact of disobedience to divine decrees. Those who hear this story can imagine that these giants brought a shadow that marked humanity. Their actions, their powers, and above all their existence were consequences of that forbidden knowledge, a breach of the barriers between heaven and earth. And the legends about them remain alive, as a reminder of what happens when the sacred and the profane mix. The presence of the Nephilim in the ancient world did not go unnoticed. To this day, archaeologists and scholars seek evidence of these creatures in the remains of human history, as if fragments of giant bones could still tell their stories. This mystery fascinates because the accounts in the Book of Enoch suggest that this era of giants and celestial beings descended upon us like judgment, a clear warning about the consequences of transgressing the divine. The very idea of forbidden knowledge intrigues us, as if we were tempted to know, yet cautious about what it might cost. By describing the interactions between angels and humans, the Book of Enoch offers us a lesson. Sometimes, what is alluring and powerful may also be the path to ruin. Enoch, by recording these events, invites us to reflect on choices and the limits of the wisdom we seek. Knowing these hidden secrets may seem irresistible, but are we prepared for the weight it brings? After all, the Nephilim, fallen angels, and the mysteries of the Bible remain eternal markers of a past where heaven and earth intertwined, leaving visible traces to this day. And if you're also intrigued by these stories and want more content about these biblical mysteries, leave your like. It helps to bring more fascinating topics like this. The Book of Enoch carries a weight of mystery and prohibition that makes it even more captivating. Banned for its bold content, it did not only mention prophecies, but contained revelations so disturbing that religious authorities decided to keep it out of the canon. Think of a book that describes, in rich detail, what lies in the heavenly realms and how encounters with divine beings took place. It's as if it opened a window to a world that is normally veiled from human eyes. Every line in this book seems to challenge common understanding, presenting a grand vision of what celestial order might be. Enoch, in his journey, narrates how these realms are organized, with divine beings, hierarchies, and rules beyond our comprehension. His experience was not a fleeting vision. He was an explorer in divine domains, like someone who walks in the territory of angels and witnesses their existence. In detail, he describes aspects of these realms and the functioning of the spiritual order, which for many readers may sound like a blend of revelation and mystery. It's almost impossible to read the Book of Enoch without feeling a twinge of curiosity, that sense of standing before something that goes far beyond words. It's no wonder that the content of this book was considered disturbing. Within these pages, there are encounters with fallen angels, warnings about divine judgment, and of course secrets that could, in other circumstances, lead to the fall of those who dared absorb this knowledge. Some say that upon reading these descriptions, one begins to see life from a new perspective, where the visible and invisible connect constantly, as if every earthly event were a reflection of something greater happening in the heavenly realms. Enoch presents us with a reality where the divine is present and acts directly in human history. This book still makes us question what we really know about the beyond. After all, if Enoch had access to these realms, why was he one of the few to witness such secrets? And if the doors of knowledge were open to him, what does that mean for us? Many people who read the Book of Enoch find themselves wondering if there's something they too could experience, a way to connect more deeply with the spiritual. For some, reading Enoch is almost an invitation to seek and discover truths that have been hidden throughout the centuries. In the end, the Book of Enoch shows us that the spiritual world is vast and full of complexity. Enoch went beyond ordinary human understanding, capturing heavenly secrets that many would like to understand more deeply. Each page offers a new insight into the heavenly realms and the interaction between the divine and the earthly. Enoch's story carries a mystery that challenges human understanding, something rare that sparks the imagination of Bible scholars and curious minds across generations. Enoch is one of the very few figures who did not see death, being taken by God before his body experienced mortality. Imagine, among thousands of people throughout history, he was chosen for a unique destiny, a kind of divine favor reserved for those who fulfill a grand mission. His life and departure are a testament to his closeness to the Creator, a sacred bond that set him apart from everyone else. This favor Enoch received still raises questions today. What did he do to deserve such honor? Was it his purity of spirit, his role as a prophet, or his commitment to guarding divine secrets that secured him this extraordinary fate? For many, Enoch represents the symbol of a divine promise, a proof that there is a greater purpose that is not always understood at first glance. Some say that he was indeed transported to the heavenly realms and remains there to this day, awaiting a decisive moment in human history. His life of mysteries and revelations has something to teach those who seek meaning and connection with the spiritual. Enoch's journey is almost like an archetypal quest, inspiring us to walk with righteousness and draw closer to deeper teachings. In our time, we can view his life as an invitation to dive into sacred writings, apocryphal texts, and the hidden secrets of the divine. Those who approach Enoch's wisdom find themselves confronted with an unsettling truth. The world extends beyond the visible, and this mystical reality requires a more attentive and reverent gaze. What most people don't realize is that Enoch represents more than just a historical figure. He symbolizes a possibility of transcendence, of a closeness with the divine that defies the laws of mortality. This non-death is, for many, one of the Bible's greatest secrets, something that provokes the reader to ponder the soul's final destination and the nature of divine favor. If he was spared the mortal experience, then perhaps there is a path to a deep and privileged relationship with the Creator, where death itself loses its meaning. Enoch's legacy teaches us that the spiritual journey is intense but rewarding. His story is an inspiration for those who want to go beyond the ordinary, for those who seek something more than just living. It is an invitation to aspire to a destiny in harmony with the divine. And if this idea of divine favor and non-death also resonates with you, leave a comment and share your thoughts on this mystery that crosses the centuries. The Book of the Watchers, an impressive section of the Book of Enoch, delves into a narrative as disturbing as it is fascinating: the fall of the angels. These angels, known as the Watchers, descended from the heavenly realms and broke a sacred covenant by approaching humanity. Imagine beings who had direct access to heavenly knowledge becoming corrupt, and worse, sharing these secrets with mortals. From this interaction, chaos began to take shape, as this heavenly knowledge was not meant for human hands and ended up planting seeds of destruction. These angels taught humans advanced skills such as astrology, metallurgy, and even practices that would later become associated with war and manipulation. This celestial knowledge, when falling into untrained hands, brought consequences that disrupted the balance between good and evil. Many believe that this was the true origin of the great wars and conflicts that arose in the world. By becoming fallen angels, these beings opened a dangerous precedent, which still sparks debates today about the limits of knowledge and human power. The narrative of the Watchers not only records the chaos these angels caused, but also emphasizes the marks they left on earth as a constant warning. These marks, so profound that they influence stories to this day, make us reflect on the limits we sometimes attempt to cross. When we think about technological advancements, for example, we are, in a way, experiencing the same desire to access forbidden knowledge. And what happens when humanity crosses beyond its understanding? Enoch offers us a story that resonates with our times. These watchers not only brought knowledge, but also imbalance. Many Bible scholars and prophecy enthusiasts see this section of the book as a clear warning. Power must be handled with wisdom and respect for the divine. It's as if Enoch were warning us about the danger of meddling with forces beyond our control. Imagine someone handing over the key to a dangerous secret to someone who doesn't understand its impact. That's how humanity began to grasp the consequences of this celestial knowledge. The fall of the Watchers is a story of disobedience and its repercussions, but it also teaches us about the effects of unchecked power. Enoch recorded these lessons so that future generations could reflect on the dangers of seeking what doesn't belong to us. Enoch was not just a prophet, he is also remembered as one of the earliest masters of wisdom, endowed with knowledge that seemed to transcend the boundaries of time. It's fascinating to imagine such an ancient man being credited with skills like writing and astrology, disciplines that shaped humanity's evolution. From his knowledge, Enoch taught truths that today form the basis for many religious and historical studies. He passed down lessons about the cosmos and divine order, inspiring theological debates that endure to this day, as if his voice still echoes among scholars. His mastery of astrology, for instance, deeply intrigues those seeking to understand biblical astrology and the ancient view of the heavens. Unlike today's astrology, it wasn't limited to the zodiac but involved a spiritual connection with the universe, something that demanded respect and reverence that not everyone comprehends. For Enoch, the knowledge of the stars was a way to connect with the divine and decipher the hidden signs God left in his creation. This celestial understanding inspired a profound view of the relationship between earth and the heavens. Later, Enoch's teachings resonated with church figures and influenced many doctrines. There are records of religious thinkers who drew on Enoch's lessons to develop concepts about the relationship between humans and divine beings. His wisdom has been debated, defended, and even questioned over the centuries. These discussions, known as controversial theology, show that even outside the biblical canon, Enoch remains a powerful reference, a voice that provokes reflections on knowledge and mystery. Writing was also one of the gifts Enoch left to humanity. His skill with words created an eternal record of celestial secrets, something rare for that time, and which allowed his teachings to survive. Thanks to this gift, he could share secrets that would have been lost over time. His ability to record sacred secrets and the wisdom of the Watchers made Enoch not only a master, but a true archivist of the divine. He saw writing as a means to keep wisdom alive. For those seeking a deeper understanding of hidden secrets and ancient wisdom, Enoch is an inspiring guide. His teachings remind us that the pursuit of knowledge should be undertaken with humility and respect. God's response to the fallen angels was one of the most impactful actions recorded in ancient writings. Observing the chaos and corruption the fallen angels brought into the world, God decided to intervene directly, and this intervention is one of the most striking in biblical history. He instructed Noah about the flood, an event that would purify the earth of all that had been corrupted. It was as if God were performing a general cleansing, erasing the evil the angels had introduced to give humanity a new chance to follow the path of righteousness. Noah, chosen for his righteousness and unshakable faith, was instructed to build the ark that would ensure the survival of creation. He became responsible for preserving the human lineage, while the flood would erase the influence of the fallen angels and the Nephilim. This moment reminds us that even in the darkest times, divine grace still finds ways to act, giving humanity a new opportunity. Noah's mission, under God's command, was an act of extreme obedience, leading him to face the incomprehension of his contemporaries, but his confidence in his purpose was rewarded. Beyond the flood, God decided to imprison the fallen angels, thus ending the cycle of corruption they had started. These angels, who once enjoyed the splendor of the heavenly realms, were cast into eternal captivity as punishment for their deviation and rebellion. It's a powerful image. Those who were once close to God are now imprisoned, forever banished from the heavens. This punishment serves as a warning to all about the cost of disobedience and the power of divine justice to restore balance. The preservation of humanity was proof that even amidst destruction, there is hope and a path to redemption. Noah, surviving with his family, symbolized a new beginning, a second chance for creation to follow the path God intended. The flood, while a story of judgment, also brings a message of renewal, that there is always a way back to the divine for those who sincerely seek righteousness. It's a lesson that faith and obedience can save even in the most extreme situations. This story also teaches us that knowledge of ancient texts and biblical prophecies offers us a broader view of God's justice and mercy. By understanding this story, we can reflect on current times and the challenges we face. In fact, for those who want to be prepared for what is to come and better understand the connection between today's events and the warnings left in the Bible, I am offering an exclusive ebook on biblical prophecies in the first pinned comment below. It will be available for a limited time, so take advantage while it's accessible to deepen your understanding of these revelations. The astronomical Book of Enoch reveals surprising knowledge about the cosmos, describing the movement of celestial bodies and a solar calendar of 364 days, different from the traditional lunar calendar. This calendar, used by ancient communities, was an attempt to harmonize life on Earth with the rhythms set in the sky, reflecting divine order in each season of the year. For Enoch, the stars were more than distant objects. They were signs left by the Creator, inviting humanity to live in harmony with the sacred cycles. The idea of a solar calendar was adopted by various ancient sects and groups who saw the sun as a symbol of life and spiritual enlightenment. Following this 364-day cycle was not only a matter of accuracy, but a commitment to align earthly time with the celestial. Each season marked in the solar calendar brought with it a spiritual renewal, a reminder of the divine order that guided both the heavens and human life. This system connected the sacred and the everyday, giving the ancients a sense of purpose and belonging to the universe. The astronomical book, therefore, goes beyond a simple study of the stars. It reveals an attempt to understand time as a manifestation of the divine. Enoch saw the celestial bodies as parts of a heavenly dance, reflecting God's wisdom. For him and the followers of this calendar, the movement of the stars and the sun was a constant reminder that the universe follows an established order, a harmony that invites humanity to understand its role within a greater plan. The exclusion of the Book of Enoch from the biblical canon remains a subject of debate among scholars, theologians, and those curious about sacred texts. This book carries rich and often controversial content, addressing prophecies and revelations that challenge conventional interpretations. Because of this, it was considered too late and too controversial to be included in the official Bible. But it's impossible to deny the influence it has had over time, leading many to question the decision to keep it outside the canon, as if the secrets it holds were somehow dangerous to conventional faith. The theological themes addressed in the Book of Enoch, such as the fall of angels and the birth of the Nephilim, caused discomfort among religious authorities. These topics were seen as unsettling and risky, as they suggested a complexity in the heavenly realms that not everyone was ready to accept. This kind of controversial theology was a territory that tradition preferred to avoid, preserving a more straightforward and less disturbing view of heaven and earth. In many ways, Enoch's exclusion was an attempt to protect believers from what seemed incomprehensible. The authenticity of the Book of Enoch was also questioned, with discussions about its origin and who truly authored it. Despite being an ancient text respected by various communities, it lacked solid consensus within Jewish and Christian traditions. This created doubts about its authority and the place it should hold among sacred writings. The lack of consensus led the Church to take a cautious stance, keeping Enoch on the margins of official religious texts as an apocryphal text that only the most dedicated would dare to explore. However, for many scholars and seekers, the exclusion of the Book of Enoch only increases fascination and curiosity about it. The very idea of a banned book attracts those who wish to go beyond the conventional, who seek to deeply understand celestial secrets and biblical mysteries that were kept apart. This pursuit is a desire to access forbidden knowledge, to explore what has been hidden in the deepest corners of ancient traditions. For many, reading Enoch is a journey into the unknown, an invitation to revisit spirituality with fresh eyes. Now that you've uncovered some of the deepest secrets of the Book of Enoch, are you ready to reflect on the impact of these revelations? From fallen angels to the Nephilim, each detail challenges our view of the world and our spiritual purpose. What do these mysteries mean to you today? How do they change the way you see the events around you? If this knowledge inspires you to seek even more answers and dive deeper into the themes of biblical prophecies and mysteries, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll stay connected to upcoming content and explorations that lead us to unveil even more about these ancient secrets and their relevance today.